And this is Linda Bennett back with you. We're on Metaphysically Speaking. And if you want to check us out on the web, we are metaspeak.com. And you can post some of your questions there for our next show in case we don't get to you today. So what you want to do is just make it brief. And you can give your name or your initials so that I can refer to you when we do pick up the call. And I understand that we have a caller on the line. Caller, first name and comment or question.
This is Karen.
Hi, Karen. What can I do for you?
I actually have two questions, a personal and a metaphysical. Can I ask you one?
Yeah, let's do the personal one first, and then we'll do the metaphysical. What's your personal question?
Well, recently I've experienced a great amount of setbacks in my life that have really taught me to surrender. And there's so much that I've realized out of my control that I have to just trust in God and surrender to the fact that no matter what happens, it's for my highest good.
You're a Libra, is that correct? A Libra sun sign?
I am. How did you know that?
Because I think I know who you are. And the really spectacular news for you is that Saturn, which is the great teacher, one of the two planets that people fear because they don't understand that we have to go through lessons in order to make progress in life. Saturn will be leaving Libra for our lifetime in October of this year and going into Scorpio, which is bad news for me because I've got Scorpio in my chart, but nevertheless, it's stupendous news for you. And Saturn in Scorpio is supposed to bring balance and harmony. And for people who fight the balance and harmony, say national politicians all over the world, and are fighting the people who want freedom, whether it's the Middle East or Italy or Greece or wherever, there is upheaval. Now, what you are doing is learning to deal with your lessons graciously, which if you're the person I think you are, you do that. And so you are to learn graciousness and patience. And anybody involved in your personal life is involved in that lesson as well. And so the fabulous news is that it leaves, again, Libra and goes into Scorpio October 2012 until September 2015. So in your lifetime, this is the worst time you're going to have for it, for the lessons and the struggles and the overall general personality. Because although Saturn is the great teacher and it's been in Libra, that is your sun sign, so it spreads throughout your entire chart. Whether it's your subconscious mind, your future thoughts, your patterns on an everyday basis, your emotions, your temperament, you're being tested to the limit. And things always get worse before they get better. What is that? There's always the dark. It's always darkest before the dawn. So things have been getting worse, but they've also been getting better for you as you've been plowing through the things you're going through in a very gracious way. So it's been astrological. It's testing to see if you are really a spiritual individual or a religious nut. And nut versus a religious person, because a religious person is discovering something about God in their own individual way. And so a spiritual person is doing the same thing, but without a religion. Spirituality is the universe. Religion is man-made. So if some people say, I want to know about God through Jesus and I want to be a Christian, that's fine. If they say, I want to know about God through Buddha, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It matters as long as you're patient with others, as long as you're gracious, as long as you're kind, as long as you live and let live and don't try to convert people into your ideas. And if you handle all of this with graciousness and aplomb and intelligence, you are going to be coming out of this testing phase breathing much easier. So that is why you've been under such a stress. And also things built up. And also when you partner up with people, you're dealing with their karma as well as yours. And so everything gets all mixed together. But things will get better once October hits. Actually, once October, November for you. And you are a Libra, so you're going into your 12th house transit, which is 40 days before your birth sign sets in and 40 days before your rising sets in. Do you know what your rising is?
Libra.
Oh, double Libra. Oh my gosh. Coming and going. Well, this will ease things up for you tremendously. So once November hits and Libra is totally gone out of Libra's totally gone out of Saturn, you're going to be feeling much better. Does it mean everything in your life is going to be perfect? No, but it will not be as intense, and as many things will not be happening to you. Okay, we've got another caller on the line. Caller, hold on. And Karen, what is your metaphysical question?
Well, it ties into that line of thought. I always train myself to be a positive person and grateful in my attitude. Can you talk to me about the difference between right thinking and denial?
Oh, yes. Right thinking is right thinking regardless of what culture you're in and what planet you're on. It is the right thing to do. And you can analyze this yourself by saying, okay, if I were a religion, what would I be thinking? If I were from this country, what would I be thinking? If I were from this planet, what would I be thinking? And denial is, it's not much of a problem. I'll just get through this. It's not going to bother me. It won't be affecting anybody else. That's refusing to deal with the importance. If a shark is chewing on your leg, you can be singing Kumbaya. It's still chewing on your leg. So being in denial is a waste of time and a waste of life and a waste of the lesson that you're supposed to be learning from the situation. Is that clear?
Very well.
Okay. So you just want to make sure you stay out of the water so no sharks are chewing on your leg. But that is, walking up and shooting somebody is not a good idea in any culture, any country. So things become very clear. And also the first thing you should do is always listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your soul's mind. And then sit down if you have to analyze it, because Libras like to weigh things back and forth. And again, is this right in this culture, in this country, in this planet? If not, what do I have to do to make it right? And then make sure that you're not in denial by trying to pretend it's not as bad as it is. Because really, if it's bad, it's bad. And that's the lesson you have to learn. Okay? Thank you, Karen.
Thank you so much, Linda. I really appreciate you.
My pleasure. Bye. Thank you. Okay, we've got another caller. Caller, first name and comment or question. Hello, caller. Caller, start again, please.
First name, my name is Doug.
Okay, Doug, what's your comment or question?
My question is, my father just recently passed, and I was wondering why he was my father in this lifetime as opposed to someone else.
Why you were born into that family? Why was this man your father? Why do you think? Because, of course, it's karma. What did you learn by observing him?
I think with his demeanor, the way he wasn't very much of a loving father. He was more of a providing type father. So
he was more of a provider, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he was more of a provider as opposed to a loving father. So,
was he kind? Was he kind and loving was he kind at all to anybody in the family?
He was kind, but the relationship I had with him wasn't a loving relationship. That was more so with